In this SolidWorks simulation tutorial, we have a chain link assembly. Picture this going around a sprocket, and as the sprocket digs into these outside links, it's going to pull on the ends of this inside link, and we're going to set the simulation configuration so that we're going to cut through these outside links to apply the force on the outside. You'll see in a second, but this is what we're going to simulate in a stress analysis, and of course it's an assembly, so we're going to need to set up some no penetration and bonded contacts. SolidWorks has recently gotten rid of the no penetration terminology and updated it to just contact sets, I believe. So um, make sure you're looking into that. No penetration went away. So this is going to be our assembly that we will simulate. We have some extruded cuts applied to the outside links to apply the forces on these faces here to the outside. So that's why it's configured this way. And we also want to make sure that we have an exploded view applied. You'll see why, because we need to select the bodies for the contact sets, the local interactions. It'll be easier to select these bodies of the assembly with an exploded view. So just make sure you are adding this configuration of the cuts and the exploded view before starting the simulation. In the static study itself, we are first going to make sure that we have a steel material. It could be any material. Just make sure there's a specific material applied to the parts and the assembly. And we are going to right away, it comes with a global interaction. We're going to make sure, we're going to go ahead and edit this. We're going to make sure instead of bonded, we're going to do contact, or formerly called no penetration. And we'll select OK to update that. Next, we're going to right click on our static and go to properties. Make sure we change this, since there's going to be no fixture, clear like explicit fixed surface. I'm going to select this manual, do Intel direct sparse, and make sure this box use inertial relief is checked. So to apply our contact sets, we're going to go into our exploded view configuration, and once that's selected, we're going to right click component interactions, go to local interaction. Instead of manually, we're going to automatically find local interactions, and instead of contact, we're going to set this to bonded. Since it's all internal, it's all kind of acting as one part within itself, and we're going to select just those 4 bodies of the outside link assembly components. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find local interactions. Yep. And it adds those 2 interactions here. That's what we want. And select OK. Yes. For our second local interaction, so if you expand this, we have our first local interaction. For our second one, we're going to now select the inside link. So again, automatically find local interactions. For components, we're going to select this entire, if there's any faces missing, go ahead and select those of this full body. Sometimes it does that, and then we're going to go ahead. Again, set this to bonded since it's part of the same link, this inside link here. Find local interactions and select OK. Yes. We can collapse this now. So we've got our 3 interactions here of the parts within the assembly. Now we are ready to apply the external loads. We're going to do force on these faces. So we can click We can zoom in to collect here, 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 and here 4 times on these outside faces. We want to do the reverse direction because it's being pulled outward on that inside link. We're going to do this study in pounds inch second, and we're going to change this to 100 pounds on each. Go ahead and click OK, and let's run some mesh. We're going to do a bit of a finer mesh somewhere on towards the fine side of the scale, and we can do a curvature based mesh. We'll let that run. Looks good. Looks like a high quality mesh. Now that we've got our mesh and forces applied, let's go ahead and run the study. This icon up here, and we'll give that a couple minutes to run. So the results are in. You can see that this chart here is in KSI, the von Mises stress we're looking at. Yield strength for this material is at about 29 KSI. I've read anywhere from 29 to 31 KSI. Looks like though that's above anywhere maximum on this particular case, so it might not even be yielding at all. Let's go ahead and plot the maximum. So if we go to chart option setting, let's go ahead. I set this fringe option as discrete just to see the colors a little bit easier. Show maximum. So yeah, it's below the yield strength, so that's good. Nowhere is it really failing. To be sure, if we wanted to really check, we could do some ISO clipping perhaps. So let's set this to, what was it, 29 KSI. So nowhere in the part is there any yield stress. So that's how we know we're in the clear. That's going to do it for running simulations using bonded contacts on a chain link assembly. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for the support.